days, we use our smartphones for more things than calling. We use them to click photos and videos, we use them to watch videos, and obviously to consume audio, music. But for all intents, they are our personal computers. Of late, with the advent of games like PUBG, which has literally taken over the world, we also use them as a primary gaming console. The graphics that you get on modern smartphones are actually better than handhelds like the Nintendo Switch. So today, let's look at 3 smartphones which are totally primed for gaming and are simply the best. If money is no bar, then I would be utterly remiss to not mention the iPhone 11. Sure, the iPhone 11 is not pitched like a gaming phone, but Apple is really good at mobile games. In fact, the A13 Bionic chip that's there in the iPhone 11 is at least 2 years ahead of the fastest Qualcomm chip that you'll find on Android smartphones. The games look crisp, the frame rates are really smooth, and the phone never heats up, literally never heats up. And of course, iOS is home to all the best games in the world, and sometimes they come earlier on the iPhone. On top of that, now you get Apple Arcade, which is Apple's new game subscription service. It costs just 99 rupees per month, and you'll get exclusive games that you'll never find on an Android smartphone. With all of this being there, there's also the little fact that the iPhone is pretty much the best smartphone in the world, providing you the best camera, great battery life, one of the best displays, and a pretty slick design. So you're not looking at an alien of a phone. Now, while the iPhone 11 is great, but if you're a sucker for an Android smartphone and you're looking for something really delicious for gaming on the Android side of things, then the phone that I'm going to recommend is the Asus ROG Phone 2. Now, Asus's ROG brand stands for Republic of Gaming, which it has been using for years on laptops, and now it has adapted it to the smartphone. And as you can see on the ROG Phone 2, this phone looks like something that's come from a different planet altogether. It's so techy, so snazzy, and it even has these vents out there which allow its Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor to be running really smoothly at full tilt. So if you're playing games for a very long time, this is the phone that's going to provide you sustained performance, and it will not get heated up at all. At the same time, you also get a massive 6000 mAh battery. So this is the phone which is going to last you the longest if you are going to be playing games for hours and hours. On top of it, you get a high refresh rate screen. You can toggle between 90 Hz and 120 Hz, which is kind of insane. And you get decent cameras, great and smooth software. And overall, pretty much you're looking at one of the best Android smartphones in the world, which costs you south of 40,000 rupees. What wonder? Now, if your budget does not allow you to buy an iPhone 11, not even an Asus ROG Phone 2, and you're looking for something less than 20,000 rupees, then you must look at the new Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro. Now, this phone looks completely space age. Again, another trend that we are seeing with Android smartphones. This new finish looks super gorgeous. At the same time, you get a 6.53 inch display, which is pretty nice, and it's large for playing games. But if you look inside, you have got this thing called the MediaTek Helio GT90T. That's a mouthful. Essentially, that's MediaTek's latest processor, which is totally primed for gaming, and it provides you performance that almost touches the levels of the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus that's there on the ROG Phone 2. Essentially, you're getting that level of performance on a phone that costs you less than 20,000 rupees. And if you're looking at the lower end of the phone, then you're getting similar levels of performance at a phone that costs less than 15,000 rupees. And how does that happen? Of course, this chip is absolutely powerful, but this phone also gets liquid cooling technology. It also gets a huge 4500 mAh battery, which is basically the largest battery they've ever put on a Redmi Note smartphone. On top of that, you get a quad camera system, including a 64 megapixel main sensor, which provides you some great imaging capabilities, particularly in the low light, and it actually works. So overall, you're getting a really balanced smartphone which just happens to be great at gaming. So if you're on a budget, then this is the one to go for. If you're not satisfied even with these three smartphones, then you should be looking at smartphones like the OnePlus 7T, which provides you the latest Qualcomm processor and also a 90Hz screen, which also is overall a great smartphone. But if you are not satisfied with graphics on an Android smartphone and you're looking for a little more oomph for your gaming desires, then you should be looking at the iPhone XR, which is kind of an affordable alternative to the iPhone 11. It still will provide you better graphics than any Android smartphone that you can buy right now, but will cost you south of 40,000 rupees, and at the same time will provide you a great design, good cameras, and superb battery life. And last but not the least is the Poco F1, which released in August last year, and that phone literally provides you performance that matches the Redmi Note 8 Pro, but the amazing bit is now it costs a sliver.